In Activity 4, the hardness of minerals, students use the scratch test to classify the specimens according to their relative hardness. You will need the following materials from the kit: Activity Sheet 4, glass plates, mineral specimens and magnifiers in storage containers from Activity 3, steel nails, and the rock guide. You will also need to provide newspapers, copper pennies, and chalk. To prepare for the activity, make a copy of Activity Sheet 4 for each student. Make sure to have the rock guide on hand for reference. Add the following materials to the mineral specimens and magnifiers already in each storage container: 2 pennies, 2 nails, and 2 glass plates. Make sure to have a piece of chalk and a nail ready for your demonstration at the beginning of the activity. Each group of 4 students will need some newspaper and a storage container of materials. To begin the activity, invite a student to scratch the nail against the chalk. Ask students which item scratched which. Students will likely know that the nail scratched the chalk. Next, have the student scratch the chalk against the nail. Ask students what happened this time. Did the chalk scratch the nail? Inform the class that this scratch test demonstrates that the nail is harder than the chalk. Define hardness for the class as the resistance of the surface of a mineral to scratching by another substance, and explain that we determine the relative hardness of each mineral specimen by testing to see whether the mineral scratches a material of known hardness, or the material of known hardness scratches the mineral. Next, introduce the Mohs scale of hardness that ranks minerals in order of increasing hardness. This scale appears at the bottom of Activity Sheet 4. Divide the class into groups of 4 and have each group cover their work area with newspaper. Give a container of materials to each group. Demonstrate scratching a mineral specimen with your fingernail, a copper penny, and a nail. Then scratch the penny and glass plate with that same mineral specimen. Make sure that students do not scratch their fingernails with the minerals, nor should they use the glass plate to scratch the minerals. While conducting this investigation, it is also important that the students lay the glass plate flat on a table when scratching with a mineral specimen. If held in the hand, the glass may break and cause injury. Instruct students to test each of their mineral specimens and record the results by writing yes or no in the boxes on Activity Sheet 4. Be sure that students can distinguish between scratches and the lines of powder left by soft minerals that have been scraped against a harder substance. Unlike scratches, powder residue is easily rubbed off with a finger. After students have tested all 10 mineral specimens, each team should compare their results with the Mohs scale of hardness at the bottom of their activity sheet. Have them suggest a Mohs scale number, or range of numbers, for each mineral and enter it into the far right column on the activity sheet. Verification of the Mohs scale numbers can be done at the end of Activity 6, when the identities of all the minerals have been confirmed. Students can refine their hardness number rankings by conducting additional scratch tests on those minerals that share the same ranking to see which is harder. For example, Specimen 1, quartz, and Specimen 2, feldspar, will both scratch glass and have been given a ranking of 6 to 9. To see which of the 2 minerals is harder, scratch one against the other. Once this is done, a new, more precise ranking can be assigned to those minerals. This will also help later on in the identification of those minerals. Finally, tell the students to add to their lists of different ways that rocks and minerals are used today and how they have been used in the past. Remind them that the purpose of these lists is to focus their attention on the specific properties of rocks and minerals and why one kind of rock or mineral may be more suitable for an application than another. Ask students to identify applications that require a very hard or a very soft mineral. To conclude the activity, return the nails and glass plates to the kit and place the magnifiers in their plastic covers. Then return the magnifiers and mineral specimens to the storage containers. Make sure to save the newspaper for use in Activity 5. For science background, reinforcement activities, curriculum connections, and information about the Delta Science Reader, please consult your DSM Teacher's Guide.